Oh, hello, hello. What's up, people? What's up, Underpeelers? We're back with another weekend of Underpeel Season 6 champs. My name is Enteritus, and I've got an exciting match for you tonight. We've actually got an interesting one because this is two teams that we didn't think were going to come down to the lower bracket. Honestly, we kind of expected to see them uh, mostly following up in the upper. The upper bracket has been an absolute slaughterfest for some of these higher seeds. And well, those two higher seeds we've got tonight, it's going to be GRAN, our number 1 seed, going up against TOTS, our number 3 seed. Both having pretty upsetting losses coming out of some of those early matches. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to fight back. I mean, obviously only one of these teams is actually going to make it to the next game. This is the part of the bracket where we're looking at elimination matches. So this is going to be really important for both teams as they kind of try to hold on and see really what they can fight for. But before I talk too much about the teams' chances going into this match, so let's talk about their stats. Starting off with starting off with GRAN. I mean, they've been a team that during the season has kind of just been slamming a lot of these teams. They were looking at being one of what we consider a golden road team, where they won Masters 1, they won Masters 2, but coming into champs, they had an awful start. They lost 2-0 going into Solar. So it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to continue fighting. I mean, you can see it just in the stats. Manual dropping a 1.83 right now. And it's just been really good seeing the 3 higher elos kind of carry. But it's not just them. I mean, their low elos, Gugtruck and Zeta, have been bringing their own as well. Both of them being above 70% cast. And for anyone who doesn't know what that means, that stands for kill, assist, suicide, survive and trade. Where you're some kind of value into that round. So above 70% of rounds, they're having some sort of value. So it's really interesting to kind of see, even if they're not exactly the best player in the lobby, they're still up there. So I'm really excited to kind of see what they're going to be bringing tonight. And on the other side, we have TOTS, who has been a team that, for the most part, we've seen a lot of what we call raid bosses, where we have one player who kind of carries the lobby, and it's most of the time it's either Crike or Redvan. Crike being not only their IGL, but also their top frag. He's been absolutely stomping a lot of these teams, and I mean, I've seen him put 40 kills up on the board in some of these matches. And so it's really nice to kind of see someone stepping it up, but I'd like to see a little bit more of some of the other teams. They've kind of, or some of the other players, excuse me. They've relied a lot on Riot to really bring in some of the kills that they've been looking at, and I would like to see a little bit more coming out from some of them. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to be bringing it going into this one. And especially because the fact that I believe they don't have Crike today. My laundry machine going off. Yeah, I don't believe they have Crike today. They have Hippo actually stepping in today. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go. It's really gonna come down to who can actually pull off, or who can carry this team. They've always been a team that has one player really start up high. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is gonna actually play out for them. Now, as for the rest of these matches, I don't want to talk too much about what I think we're going to be seeing before we actually take a look at what maps we're going to be playing. So let's take a look. So obviously the map ban's coming up now. We have Icebox and Sunset off of the board. Lotus being our first map. An interesting one. I think the big thing that we've really kind of been looking for coming into this is whether or not, like I said, they're going to have that carry. But whether they're going to be playing together. I mean, they've had, especially last weekend, they had a lot of struggles going into that slow game, or coming out of that slow game, excuse me. It wasn't just a matter of them not having Cry show up. They were also really struggling to kind of coordinate. And not having him this weekend, I have my doubts. I can't lie, I have my doubts. I think the big things that I'm kind of looking into right now for TOTS is going to be whether or not they're going to be working together. I mean, they don't have their IGL, like I said, that's Cry. They don't have him today. He's working. So he's not going to be here to kind of help them keep themselves together. So I don't know. We'll see. I know ever since they lost Amber, there have been a few worries coming out of that team. So I don't know. I don't want to like call it early and be like, oh, I think this is GRAN, but I mean, after the way that they looked last weekend and the way that they have been looking this weekend, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. That's all I'm gonna say. I think there's going to be a lot of things that they need to look into, especially. I keep saying we. I'm talking about TOTS here. That TOTS is going to be looking into that is really going to kind of make a difference on whether or not we're going to see them perform. I need to see a lot more coming out of the side of not just TOTS, or not just their high elo players, but some of their low elo players. There has been a lot of worry coming out from them. You know the S stood for that? Well, technically, the S stands for something else, but we're gonna pretend like that's not what it stands for. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to be nice. I want to be nice and not just like put them down. But we've seen TOTS without Craig, and I don't know. Too old for silver? Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Give me a second. I'm putting up the there we go. I put up the protection. But now that I'm done with that, let's take a look at what agents we've got. So I waited until we got through and had everyone kind of already picked so we could talk about this. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's as bad as it could be. Where all your heck and peels go? Didn't you lose them? I thought you put them all on the line and lost them. I could have swore you did. Never? I don't know, man. You would never do that? Yeah, you definitely did that. Understandable. But you know, I don't know. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. I think it'll be interesting. The double duels has always been something TOTS has done. But I don't know. We'll find out as I'm gonna actually throw us into game. We loaded pretty fast. So we're gonna check out and see just how this is gonna go for them, as we already see a little bit of a pinch coming out from the side of GRAN, as they're gonna be starting with a early blind and a nade coming out. Owen dodging a flash. They don't know if one's crossed yet, but they expect it. Redvin getting smoked off, so they can only fight from one direction. They're looking for more. Redvin trying to climb right now, as Rain is going to throw the bomb up. But there's 4 players here, and they're hard fighting for this right now. They want these kills. Redvin to find one of them. Looking, trying to find some more. People trying to swing. It's just tired. And another player, Gut Truck, holding it on together. They've got the flank. It's one's going to fall. Bird off of the board. Dusty gets spotted. He's gonna throw a flash to slow them down, but the bomb has been planted. They know that they have Dusty on that flank. They're gonna start trying to use utility to get through, trying to spread them off. If one can be found, they're already on the bomb. It's not planted for them. Everyone's looking for one, and Tired tries to hold it on, but it's not gonna be enough. Tired to pick up, or Redfin, excuse me, pick up that kill. All right, I got the burps right now, killing me a little bit. No, I mean, it looked good showing coming out of that pistol round. I know they definitely needed that. It felt like there were just a lot of kills that just didn't go the way of GRAN. That was a heavy fight. And honestly, I love to see Redfin stepping up. Last weekend, he didn't really do a whole lot. And so kind of seeing a little bit of a change coming out from them. See that. So we've once again got 4 players over on A. Slowly weighting it down. Trying to see if they can find this timing. This one's going to be close. Olem gets taken out. It's going to be a kill. As they push through. Guttrap with one of his own. But a trade coming out for Redfin. Manuel's trying to hold his own on this door. Gets 2 shots off before he teleports out. And it's going to be A in the hands of TOTS. For a big loss. They've lost a lot of guns already for this. As they put down this smoke, they've got to get this bomb down. We're waiting for Dusty right now. But this gives Manuel and Gracie plenty of time to walk up and find some space. They can separate this kill into Dusty. This could be huge. It could be a gun in the hands of Manuel. He's going to spot the hands of Dusty. To hold it down. He's looking way too high. He's going to swing Manuel, but it's going to be a kill for Manuel. Or to swing. It's just Redfin versus Manuel. He's got that TP ready. He's going to be trying to pop it off, but it's just going to be a fake. Bucky in the hands. It is Bucky up close is going to be enough. As Manuel's going to find that kill. And a great eco round coming out from GRAN. As TOTS really just kind of threw guns around. They fought real close with into an eco round, which really did not help them at all. Also, a lot of guns trying to take tree, and that kill onto Dusty was just unfortunate. Beautiful shot coming out from Manuel. As we got the daxbergensen. Love to see it. Coming out. I'd like to see what changes they're going to make coming into this next one. I mean, I guess my big reservations for TOTS so far is they seem to just fight into this pressure. And it's not terrible if you're winning them. But they're going pretty much even. With GRAN's maybe taking a little bit above, a little bit extra pressure out of it. And a smoke gonna push him off of C. As Manuel holding on to A right now. Spots Hippo as well. Shield goes up. They keep the out from Manuel. Players on C are gonna rotate over. They really love A right now. They really wanted to find these rounds, and Manuel to swing. Smoke goes down to push them off, so they potentially going to try to get through B here. We've got 2 players to worry about, though. Rainey's going to try to push through. Bird looking one of his own. He's going to find it. Olem's left all alone on B to find these kills to slow them down. Tired with one of his own. He'll take out Bird. Doubled up. Tired going crazy right now. Bounces, finds a second one. It's all up to Dusty. He's got this flank. But timing-wise, they have to know he's here. They have a whole lot that they're working with. He's just going to be shut down by Olem. A beautiful round coming out from GRAN. I mean, we've always known them as gunners, and it's great to see that coming out from them right now. But it's not just them that we have to worry about. We have to worry about some other stuff, as we're going to jump into a... My mouse will respond. A clear comms round going into TOTS. Wherever TOTS is. Oh, wait. Give me 1 second. It's taking forever. Clear comms round coming up from TOTS. It is not working. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. Sorry about that, folks. Also, I don't know why the audio sounds so weird. I did not realize it sounded like that. Give me one moment to try to fix it. There we go.
They're low elo.
I volt.
Come here,
Okay,
Cross.
Oh, I can.
Put it.
We got the round coming out.
Redmond, do you think
I
there's
will
one?
try to fix the audio. I'm
Thanks,
not
Link.
terribly sure.
Backside,
Close.
backside.
Damn.
Fuck.
Do you want 105 Omen?
Yeah, I don't know why it sounds so bad. Let me reset the audio.
On site.
Nice shot.
He's
Guys, off
off
on
on
site.
the
Yori 1A.
I think KJ was as well.
Yeah.
30
Yeah,
Should
that's
be
seconds
nice.
left.
if you want.
He's hopping heaven.
Why?
We'll see, right?
Probably the best. Maybe grab Orb.
Yeah, you'd have no time. It's probably better to
That's
just
fine.
save.
Anyway,
10 seconds
not
left.
sure what's up with the audio. I will try to fix that as we continue. But
Alright, I gotta quit lurking.
Tots
You're
unfortunately
punishing
losing
me every
another
time.
round.
Yeah, he's just solo walked
They're
up.
gonna fall. I don't know. Oh, I will try to fix it during the break, see if I can restart it, and maybe that'll fix it. Maybe it'll clear itself up in just a moment. I'm having some weird issues with the audio quality recently. I'm not terribly sure why. Yeah, I mean that was a round coming out from GRAN that I didn't get to watch, so no commentary out of that one. We're gonna jump into this next one. Manuel's looking for another one. He's been deadly so far with these rifles. Almost gets caught. But Hippo just barely misses both players on A. They're gonna try to push through right now. Manuel trying to set up on another position, looking for this off. He's gotta worry about the shield. Barely misses Bird. He's looking for something on site, but bomb is gonna go down. Hippo's still climbing for these fights. Got all 4 players, all 5 players sitting in spawn right now, waiting to push up. An ult coming down as the Fade Dog coming out. Looking for one to smoke to try to push him off. They're just gonna be trying to use as much utility as they can to get through this. Bird looking for one of his own, but beautiful kills coming out from Guck Truck. As all of the players on site are gonna fall. Dusty looking for a little bit of damage to end this round off. Spots the operator, almost finds one, but the operator is not gonna fall. It's gonna go back to Manuel. That's an unfortunate call coming out from them. And I hate to say it, but this is the GRAN that we saw last, or the TOTS we saw last. Man, TOTS sound a lot like Terry. That's crazy. GG for TOTS. That's insane calls. Oh, I forgot to. Wait, let me close the prediction while I'm thinking about it. You nerds don't steal it.
Cutting through. Just trying to get past me.
No more peels. Anyway, but yeah, a heavy push coming out. A heavy push coming out right now as they're gonna try to push A, but every player just falling and tired with another kill. Keep pushing forward, trying to find some of these picks. Flash going out, but this Fade Dog is really just pressing him right now. Daniel with his op, pulling down the line. They're gonna be leaving, going over towards C. Had to have heard the jump coming out from Tired. A little bit of information potentially, and they're just gonna keep holding it. They've got the line for C. They've got the line for A, and they're gonna set up for this retake. It's actually gonna be B. That's gonna go. Tots are gonna choose to go towards. Flash coming out from Dusty as they try to push through. Smoke going down, but Tired trying to shoot through the smoke. They're gonna go through this door. They can't find one of their own turrets going down. They're gonna get slowed down as well. Richie tries to separate them. We'll pick of her own. She's gonna get pushed forward. Rainy looking for it, can't finish off that kill. Richie finds one. It's all up to Rainy now. Flash going out and swung going from Gracie, but it's gonna be Rainy to find that kill. Tired tries to find one as well, but the op from Manuel pushes him back into the gun. Tired. 5-1 now. This my laundry machine keeps going off for some reason. I'm gonna give you another clear comms round going into TOTS while I go figure out what's going on with my launch machine.
Wait, isn't he something on A?
Yeah, you know, KJ has turret A a lot of the time, and they're just peeking with
They're
off.
switching setups.
Yeah.
Wait, are we saving or buying?
Save one.
Say
Okay.
Save.
Clear left.
nothing. No fight. No fight. Fighting A.
I'm grabbing orb. Sorry.
I'm smoking water in Sea Hall.
I'm flashing water. Flashing deep water. Hit in water, in the smoke, in the smoke.
Or Molly doll.
Popping back sight.
You TP'd out? I'll give you a buzz. Oh, Hippo. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Spike planted.
You're kind of out of range. Hold on. Ooh. Alright, you're
We
good.
hold that.
Find you.
Let's
So
fight
crazy
water.
field, this team.
Fight water. Fight water. Yeah. Unbelievable that dog hits me. I ain't gonna lie. Unlucky. Eco round. We got bomb down.
Yet another
Spiral
clear
Orb.
comms round from TOTS while I decided why my... I don't know, my launch machine decided to start yelling at me. I don't know what was up with that. But, 6-1 now for the side of GRAN, and I don't know. I've seen a lot of what I saw last weekend coming out from them. They look really hesitant with some of these picks. They start out the round really well. They're going for their picks, and as soon as anything falls apart, when their high elos dropping, them not finding the space they want, whatever it may be, the plan seems to just fall apart. They stop and try to figure it out, but it just doesn't seem like it's enough. A swing! Gut truck, PP, excuse me, from Gut Truck. As Redvid just goes crazy!
I've got your trail.
Trying to find one of their own. Fire. Not much, just Hippo just walking through. And Redvid off of a splash is gonna find Tired as well. Up to Gracie. 1v1 here on B.
Spike
Bird's
planted.
trying to stop them from getting his kill, but they're on your right. Got one player on your right, one player on your left, as Bird's gonna swing and fall. A trade coming out from Hippo. 6-2 now, as TOTS is gonna pick it back up. They found those early picks, and it really helped them out. They were able to take out some of those gunners, and some beautiful executed plays, excuse me, coming out from the side of TOTS, especially off of that flash. I love the flash to after the fight with Manuel. It helped Redvin get his kill, and I'd love to see some more of that. But it's gonna be the burden of TOTS to really bring that together. Early push-up coming out from the side of GRAN as they try to take C. Using this smoke to find a little bit of pressure. Even if they can't get through, as Rainy's going to get a dog in for one of his own. For their own, excuse me. Tired in the smoke. Manuel's going to find some information. Dusty finds one on the Olam, though. Manuel's looking for one. He's going to come out of the smoke with the op, and he's going to find one with Redvin with a trade. And they're going to climb through A. They're not going to be ready for Gracie. He's going to find one. Looks for a second. It's not going to happen.
Last player standing.
Dusty finding the lurker coming out from Gut Truck. It's all up to Tired in a 1v3. We've seen him do it before, and they're separated enough that this is entirely possible. He knows he's far. Dusty now just has to waste time. Was looking for a kill zone. Sees the gun of Hippo. Trying to separate this fight going up against Dusty, and finds one. Dusty off of the board. Last two players separated. Trying to play off of these angles. Holding it down right now. Rainy.
It's
Separated.
you
No!
and me.
A pickup coming out as Hippo is gonna be here. Find him with the ult. I don't think that was necessary, but it was used to secure the round. And 6-3 now for GRAN. You know, Alex had to say something. Alex had to talk some shit about Hippo, and Hippo's now dropping some bodies. So, you know, love to see it coming out from them. But, I mean, honestly, they're still on their attack half, and they're still down 3-6. They need these next 3 rounds if they want to be able to really do anything. So I'd like to see a little bit more coming out from them in these next ones, making sure that they're playing together as a team, as they're running into this off that is manual. Finds that first one, Rainy with a trade. And Seasight fully in the hands now of TOTS. An alert coming out from Olam and Gut Truck. They know that they have this wall to contend with. He's gonna try to go over it. One to TP through. So the wall's still up. It hasn't gone off yet. They don't know he's behind. They're just trying to work on climbing through right now. Pushing their way into spawn. His bomb goes down. Olam looking for one of his own. High low right now. They're working their way up. But nothing's been fought just yet. It's gonna be tired to walk in first. Waiting for something. Sees a little bit of Rainy's body. Rainy to find one before being traded out. Bird's gonna swing close. A large spray coming out from them. He's gonna find one of his own and Redfin to finish it off. So Olam's gonna fall. And a real close round for TOTS. That's been a lot of these. It's been very close. It's come down to individual fights at the end that have really found them rounds. I mean, you see a lot of teams push forward, especially on C, push forward and take more of that CT space, and they did take some CT space, but it felt like they were too afraid of getting past that box. They were too worried about having to retake it, and so they were all kind of cluttered into CT there, and so it made it for some pretty easy fights when they were swinging. Kind of hard to take your own fight. As Olam's just gonna walk up, meets Redvan, and a swing coming out as they're gonna both be util up. Redvan's gonna find one, Redvan doesn't find either. Hippo and Olam to find. And Rainy to find one of their own. As Tired finds one through the smoke. This is ult in hand, but I don't know if they're gonna see it. There it is. There's that ult. Redvan's trying to fight through this. Would have grabbed two. Redvan wants to swing through as Defender Tilted comes out as well. Tired. Trying to find something. They're gonna be doubled up right now. Looking for one. Looking for two. But it's all up manual. He's gonna fall to Redvan. 6-5 now. And you know, I had my reservations.
Last round in the half.
Excuse me. I had my reservations, I can't lie. We saw the kind of the early game coming out from TOTS, and it really wasn't great. But yeah, no, I mean, TOTS is definitely bringing it back. 6-6 isn't a terrible half for the attack, especially if you play defense well. The issue I have is they're running double duelists right now. So they're expected to get some more of these attack rounds than they are the defense rounds. And going even isn't amazing. But we can chalk it up to a warm-up. It is still map 1. And Tired almost finds one through the wall. So they're going to try to slow things down. They're getting fought through tree right now. It's going to give up that space. Let's see if they can find it. 4 players over on the side of A just huddled back sight. And a little bit of information coming out from Dusty could have potentially warned them to pushing in here. He's looking for one of his own. If he can walk up, kill this turret, it could be huge for denying them this information. Gracie's trying to use sound to find some information on the side of C, but they don't know just yet. And now it's going to go up. They're going to hear it. A rotate coming out as an ult style coming out as well. They're going to try to fight, follow this ult. I'm trying to push through. Gracie does have backup now. Manual holding their own as well. They're going to be fighting through, trying to find one of his own. Gracie to fall. And Manual looks for one through the smoke, but it's not going to happen. Last 2 players remaining on the side of GRAN. Go push out as Olam. Looking for one on the flank. Spots him. Grenade coming out. As Dusty's trying to fight it. Finds one.
One enemy remaining.
It's really just going to give a gun into the hands of Olam. As he's going to deal a lot of damage to Bird. Hippo to finish it off. And that, folks, is your 6-6 half. We were looking at that 6-3 scoreline, and I was not feeling it for TOTS, but really able to fight back and find their groove. So we go into this half. Now going to be the burden of GRAN, excuse me, to retake this momentum. They lost 5 rounds in a row. Keep in mind, folks, they were up 6-1 before TOTS started winning rounds. And so TOTS won 5 in a row. So this is huge momentum going into the second half here. If they can pick up this this pistol round, which is what they're looking to do with a 3 push coming out from A, then this could be huge. But the signature GRAN B hit is going to come out. Daniel's looking for this teleport bird. Spot 1 and a TP out as Olam's going to swing through. 1 goes out, but it's going to be Manual to find the trade. Dusty with a kill of his own. And they're going to be pushed off of B. Both of the openers getting found. Redvin could be finding Gracie. A lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough to kill just yet. The door is going to fall. Redvin, or Rainy, excuse me, trying to push through. Gracie's going to fall as Tired finds 1 onto Dusty. Let's get this bomb down, but they're getting hard pushed right now. Down to 21 HP. He's going to be the last remaining player. Redvin to find him as well. And, folks, TOTS is back in this game. They've really found their groove. Huge plays coming out from... honestly, I want to put down a bird. Able to pick up Olam and putting Manual down low enough that they were able to get that kill onto Manual with 1 shot. That's a huge play coming out from Bird. They lost both of their openers off of that, and it really helped them prevent GRAN from being able to get onto B. You see somewhat the same thing with a little bit of alert coming out on C. Split push. Bird's close. Olam gonna jump out as Manuel's looking for one of his own. He's gonna find it. Olam looking for some kills. Let's see Rainy to grab that one. Manuel's found his way through, but Dusty with the shotgun to grab a kill. An alert coming out from Duck Truck could be huge if he can find a gun or two. He's gonna get pushed off. Bear's gonna get this bomb down. They're trying to push through, shooting at the wrong hole in the wall. Looking for this late push. If Tired and Gracie could just hold it down, hold it on their own. Never mind. Stall to Gracie to slow them down. Give Gut Truck enough time to push through. As Hibba's gonna swing through. Shots missed from both sides. And Gut's out of time. He's got to push through. Rainy's looking for something. They're all spraying at the smoke. He's still sitting inside of it, waiting for them to push out. He going for the defuse, and a swing out from Gut Truck's going to get found by Hippo. 6-8 now, as we are looking at 7 rounds in a row coming out from TOTS. Keep in mind, this is TOTS' map. They did choose this. So we want to see them win this game. Or this map, excuse me. And we expected if this is going to be their pick. But they're doing it in a way that none of us expected. These 7 rounds have been so huge. GRAN has been unable to find any foothold. It feels like they've just been ready for a lot of what GRAN has been trying to do. Every single B push has been met with at least one, if not both of the openers dying. Well, we're going to see a little bit of a change back coming out from GRAN, as they're going to go into more of a default. Trying to play this slow, waiting for pushes coming out from GRAN. And I love Redvin being so close up here. They've got him up on A side, trying to find a little bit of space. Manual looking for some space of his own. We've got 2 players out on C. They're gonna play B for the full retake, but it looks like it's gonna be A going to, or where, excuse me, where GRAN is going towards. 1 kill coming out from, oh my god, oh, thing turned off. 1 kill coming out as Redvin's gonna get traded. Another one to fall. Manual to grab that kill. Tired's looking for 2 of his own. Finds 1. Manual with the other one. And they've torn apart these A players. Dusty, last player remaining. They haven't hurt him just yet. If he could pick up a gun, this is entirely possible.
Spike planted.
Shotgun
Gun here.
in the hands of Dusty right now, as he's looking for one of his own. They're trying to point out some of these guns, but honestly, this may just end up being a save. Pick up a Vandal, and leave. He's gonna drop his judge. Thankfully, no one close by to make that a worry. I prevent them from hearing anything. Manual and Tired are just gonna hold on to sight. Dusty could potentially be looking for exits here. He doesn't really have enough time to actually clutch this. As the bomb is ticking away, Tired and Manual to leave, and Dusty's just gonna hold on to this gun now. Huge round coming out from GRAN. Not only did they win their rifle round, ooh, almost dying, but they cut the momentum. That's the big thing. They ended up cutting that momentum coming out from TOTS, who had been holding onto it for the last 7 rounds now. So really huge round coming out from them. As we're gonna jump into a clear comms round now for GRAN.
Okay.
Yep.
Am I holding A?
Oh, just come with us.
Now we
There's
win.
always one floating water. There's at most one on site, Daddy. Okay. They broke our last one, so just careful fight here.
God, man.
Alright, ready? Flashing man. And one.
Bring them down.
Got TP cross. Flashing. Turn. Flash. One door, okay?
70. Oh, wait, that doesn't matter. Mine.
Last player
Door two.
standing.
So this also happened the last time we played them. Like, on goes up, whatever.
the contact.
Five
We
walls,
need too much space.
buys. Well, no, like we also like can't.
And that was a round coming out from TOTS. And an interesting one, I will say. Or sorry, a clear comms round coming out from GRAN, not TOTS, my apologies. It felt like they had the early pressure there. They were able to use a lot of utility to push Dusty away from corner. But yeah, honestly, overheated. Dusty just stood on business, found that first one, used that smoke to push them back, and great hold coming out from him to really be able to slow them down. And it kind of just fell apart from there. A beautiful ult to grab Gracie coming out from Hippo. Another... I'm trying to find the players. Another push out from C. They seem to love this. As Tired's gonna fall to Dusty, who is just... No! He's gonna try to find his ult, but it's not gonna happen. They're gonna fight through CT, and a beautiful kill, even in the smoke coming out from Rainy. These players have just been on fire so far. They've been looking for one of his own. As they didn't end up planning this. They're just gonna push straight through and run all the way over. Smoke coming out as the bomb is gonna get pushed back. Redmond to find 2. It's all up to Manual now. Finger in hand, 3 bodies to find, and it's gonna be Rainy to shut it down. And well, folks, the weather forecast is not looking great for GRAN. $7-10 now. I did love Redmond just jumping through the smoke there. That was funny. Able to grab the shorty off of it. Did they re-pick up the op? Oh yeah, they did. Okay. Redmond has the op back in hand. And it looks like they're going to be pushing that over towards C, kind of doing a flop of the map. Or a flip of the map. Manual looking for some information. Spots Rainy. Excuse me, and at this point, they have to know this is what this is. Ult coming out from Vice. Dusty is going to try to get out from the site. Smoke's going to fall. Dusty trying to find one of his own through the... As the Omen smoke falls as well. Another one to match it. They're going to get this bomb down. Rainy gets pushed out of the corner, finds one, but he's going to fall to the gun of... the Hippo. He's going to fall to the nade. Redvin, up in hand, last player left alive. Tired and Gracie holding these separate angles. Redvin's gonna jump up, looks for one on Gracie, but can't grab her. Beautiful kill coming out from Tired to finish it off. And that's one way to really do that. Unfortunate. Redvan not able to find that. That could have been a possible round if he was able to grab that kill into Gracie. But unfortunately, it's going to go the way of GRAN. 8-10 now, and it looks at the very least like they're back in this game. They've only found 2 of the half, but it's better than what they were doing previously. After that kind of 7 rounds in a row, they were able to cut the momentum a little bit more going towards TOTS. But for the most part, this has still been TOTS' game. They've still really just been slamming the side of GRAN in a lot of these rounds as they try to push through, and Redvan through the wall. No! Caught off of with utility. Olim's looking for a second one. So Ult is unfortunately gonna not get used much. He's gonna find some space with it. He's gonna get spotted off of the bot. Find one of his own. I'm looking for the swing here, but it's gonna be Hippo to find it.
Last player
Now
standing.
push through as it's all up to Guck Truck, but through the wall, Hippo to find it. 8-11 for GRAN, or for TOTS, excuse me. And well,
Thank you.
this game is not looking good for GRAN. We need to see a timeout come.
Got it.
I don't know what it is with teams in this tournament and refusing to timeout, but we need to see some more timeouts. We need to see teams take a second and figure out what they're gonna do. As Hippo in his life game, apparently, according to Overheated. Take a second, like I say, take a second and talk. I mean, you only have 28, 29 seconds? 30? I don't know what it is. 30 seconds in the pre-round to figure out what you're gonna do, and it's really just not enough sometimes. I think 21 of them were impact. Yeah, that sounds about right. Huge A push that could come the way of GRAN. One's gonna get spotted as Olaf falls. Hippo gonna kill that TP. So there's gonna be no back TPs coming out from him. They're still just waiting for it right here. Trying to find this kill. Kill in hand. Excuse me, as Hippo dodges the grab. They're still sitting here. At this point, TOTS has to know that this is just entirely them trying to fight through A. Another TP set up. Trying to push through. Blind going out as well. As Manual tries to push through, tries to look for one, but Redvan in this op has just been deadly. And Bird on the flank to find 2. That's going to be GRAN torn apart on A as they tried to, or they kind of expected TOTS to push through, but they really haven't been doing that. We haven't seen TOTS push past that main barrier other than like Dusty. I think Dusty's about the only player we've seen push past that main barrier, if I'm not wrong. They don't love to flank because they know they can just hold both ends and win the fights. They know that GRAN has been trying to get them to push into it. That's an interesting little flash. I could see this working. 12-8 now on the side of TOTS as they're looking to close out this round. Hippo looking for one of his own. He hasn't been as deadly on it as some of these other players. The rifles in the hands of TOTS have just been getting kill after kill after kill. Hippo's gonna save himself with the ult. A Killjoy ult to go out. Gracie, last player left alive to keep together for their team. Is going to be looking into a flawless round now. And that's map 1 of GRAN versus TOTS coming out. What a map to go. As I realize the music has been playing this entire time. That's fine. Whatever. That's okay. Never too old for this, indeed. 1-6 to 13-8 is crazy. That was a great comeback coming out from TOTS as they're going to pick up map 1 of Lotus. And before we head into the second map that is Pearl, we're going to jump to a quick break. Don't go too far as this has already been an exciting map to watch, and we'll see you here soon. Hello and welcome back after an exciting map 1. As you can notice, I do have a co-caster with me. This is my good friend Ulias. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing real good now that I've been watching Underpeel today.
Dude, I love me some Underpeel. Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. I love me some Underpeel, man. It's gonna be exciting. Map 2 going into Pearl. I mean, you saw Lotus. What are your thoughts going into Pearl here? Kind of anything
Well,
you're looking for?
I'm hoping that TOTS can have a more consistent start to what we saw in Lotus, because I mean they were down 6-1 at the start, right?
Yeah.
Not the best start, especially when they're on the favorable side, but considering the fact that they are known, like they do have good players that know how to call the game. They understand their team, their lower elo teammates well enough to help them. I'm hoping that adaptation can happen faster, so we can see the full strength of both teams that much sooner.
Absolutely. Other than obviously the late start, it felt like there were sometimes where GRAN really was kind of throwing themselves at the wall. Do you think there was like any big changes they should have made coming or in Lotus that would have helped them kind of deal with some of these early pressure that GRAN was or TOTS was putting on them?
I mean, as far as early pressure is concerned, I'm not sure. I think it's more of a mental thing. It might be, once TOTS found their footing, GRAN were put on the back foot a little bit. And I don't know that they pulled it back together. Of course, I didn't hear all of the comms when they were happening. I saw as much as GRAN were still trying as hard as they could. So as long as their communication stays on top of it and they don't communicate angry or less than ready to take it all, I think we're going to see an interesting game.
All right, well, I'm putting up our predictions right now. So I'm putting my money on GRAN winning this map. I want to see a map 3.
I want to see a map 3 too.
So let's take a look, actually, because we're getting into the game now, of what agents we're going to be looking at. So keep in mind, this is Pearl. I need to set it up so that like it shows the map in the background. But for now, this is what we're going to be working with.
Of course.
What are your thoughts so far in this comp?
No Sova, don't like it.
Okay.
But the fade from Tired is always fun to see. Especially with the Teo nerfs, we've been seeing like a bit of a scramble to find what the new meta is going to be. After all that's said and done, I enjoy seeing the friendly agent in Bird on Clove, and putting Dusty on the Sentinel. We're seeing a little bit of that from GRAN as well. Behind the high impact, high mechanical duelist players. It looks like it's going to be fun.
All right, well, let's actually get into the map itself now. We're jumping into Pearl, and well, this is an interesting one. Obviously, TOTS has chosen to take attack on every single map tonight. So we're going to be seeing them on attack. A lot of teams love to start out on B. We're seeing a little bit of early pressure coming out from them over there. Let's see what they're going to actually end up doing.
Granada looking to eliminate some possibilities early on with Olem pushed all the way up in A main. The instant rotation onto B. Very easy choice for them, but Dusty's going to pick up Olem. We're going to see this fight for B side happen.
Looking for one, able to find it. Trying to find that kill on the Guk. And they were able to deal with Bird. It took a lot of utility for them to do it, and they've got another lurker coming out. Is he going to be fast enough? Already looking to get out of the smoke now. Tired throwing utility, and Rainier to spot them. There's going to be one already starting out. Coming out of manual, or Duck Truck's going to find that kill. And here it is, Dusty on that lurk. Looking for the kill, finds the first one, looking for the second one, able to find it. And a 3K coming out from Dusty.
What an amazing pistol round from TOTS, especially Dusty starting on that singular A-hold. What a close round.
Well, I mean, you've seen this first round already. Any kind of thoughts, any calls you wanna make going into this?
I mean, I really like Granada's initial plan, right? Eliminate the possibilities of where they could be as soon as possible so we can just stack the site that we want to hold. Because considering we have, considering we're going up against a Vice, once they get site, it's going to be hard to retake it. So I quite like their idea, and the fast rotate seems to be, they seem to be confident in this idea. This fast rotate on the B, it is an accurate call. Their plan is not badly founded. I like it. I just want to see over more rounds how this shakes out for them, especially now that TOTS are already wise to what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they noticed the fast rotate coming out that you were talking about. They're already making their way over towards A, and look how much space Dusty has already been able to find.
Yeah, assuredly he's calling for this rotate happening.
Yeah.
And Granada now already making an adaptation, rotating much more slowly, but still very pointedly, still decisive. Hold on A site here.
Time to jump.
Backside looking for one if he can potentially find it. And he's gonna walk up. Olem looking for one of his own as well, as Rainey's going to find the first one, and a second kill coming out from Rainey. Olem's going to look for it, but it's going to be Hippo to jump out, as Rainey's looking for more of these kills. One of the fall. It's all up to Duck Truck. A little bit of damage his way could make a big difference, but it's not going to happen. A flawless round coming out from TOTS, as I got to put that on Rainey with that double kill on
Absolutely. Oh, well, I'd put it against whichever Granada's player went through mid. They had a trigger discipline on Dusty and were waiting for another opportunity, waiting for a second person to show themselves, and that happened to be Rainey, who was watching Dusty's back.
That would have been Gracie, if I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure it was a Sentinel.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the eco round's concerned, you take what you can get. If you find one, cash in, and hope to pick up that gun. But Rainey just decides to pop off in the middle of our...
Here's another deep push coming out from the side of GRAN. Manual over on screen. He's gonna get spotted. The TP out. And an ult comes out from Rainey if they're gonna be ready to take the site. One of his own, but it's gonna be Manual getting flashed through the smoke. Only holds on to his own. All up. Dusty finds that first one. They'd end up losing.
Last
Rainey.
player standing.
Now Dusty in a 1v3. They're setting up for some of these positions, trying to set up somewhat of a crossfire.
Yeah, we've seen Dusty make plays before. It's not unthinkable that it would happen again. Flash is ready for it, finds a new position, and at least we know where Olem is playing from. But are we prepared for Guk to take this contact swing?
You're looking for it. As Olem's trying to get some information.
30 seconds left.
Got 30 seconds to waste as Olem's gonna spot him. Could be his demise. Yes, it is. Can be Guk to grab that kill. And the first one coming out from GRAN. This is looking a lot like that second half of Lotus already.
Yeah, I mean, TOTS coming out the gate swinging, not looking to take any prisoners whatsoever. And
we're gonna jump into a clear comms round for TOTS now, and let's listen in to see how they're doing.
Redvan, if you dash here, expect the guy like right on that ping.
Okay.
That's where he played last time.
I'm probably gonna dash into site and kill
Rainey. He's timing your knife for TP.
Okay, I'll delay it a bit more.
Actually, no, he's straight just TP'd into it.
Running up.
Are we fighting?
No. No, you throw. Fuck.
We can refight this.
Yeah. What is that bounce?
Yeah, behind the pillar.
Shot.
I cannot believe I got a headshot there.
I have the spike. Not ready yet. Retrieving flash.
Fuck.
Last player standing.
NT.
Or mid. Nectar.
You made a save or fight?
You should.
No breakers. We're gonna eco. Okay, hear me out. I'll type in text chat. Guys, what if we go B again?
They never do it twice.
They never do it. I think we've only got B. No, we've gone one. Once.
I gotta say, I love the phone calls.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. I mean, other than that, I mean, they're talking a lot. That's what something you were saying, and it's been real nice to see that their comms have been a lot better than they were last weekend.
Yeah, the communication level is high. I think we just hit, TOTS just hit into Granada's pointed defense play. There was a low chance of success happening there. 3 people running up, be long. And we come into Art here. Massive play. Tire's gonna find just a little bit of information. That dog Redvin updrafting over the wall, gets shot out the sky by Guck. Olin there picking up 2 more on site. Dusty though cuts off a rotation, makes a hole. TOTS to move through, but unfortunately the spike is stuck in Art. Tired is gonna pick up Rainy, and now it's Dusty versus 3 again.
That was unfortunate timing for the util. But I mean, yeah, that felt like honestly, that felt like really just bad timing for TOTS, and it wasn't even their fault. They had a great play. They had the 4 going through Art. They had Redvin finding the space. Redvin tried to grab his kill. He got shut down. But I mean, for the rest of them, a lot of their swings just really came down to poor timing for stuff. Either util getting pulled out at the wrong time, or just swinging solo, and it felt very rough coming out for TOTS.
Yeah, let's hope that the communication that we saw during clear comms is still happening in these coming rounds. Never a dull moment, never a silent second.
I like the double up in mid. I've got 1 at top mid and 1 deep in mid here to find this space. But there's no push up coming out from GRAN. They're not giving up this early take as Dusty's looking to pop off this ult here. And potentially they're going to go through with it, but I'm not terribly sure what the plan is here.
Yeah, I mean, the most aggressive angle that Granada has is manual spotting B long. Unfortunately, TOTS are going into this with 0 information and into the incorrect site if they commit here. The fast rotate playstyle Granada has shown.
They're going to push out. Bird's going to get spotted off of this turret. No, you can't pull out utility, but Redvin to save the day. Would find that kill. That
Bird to pay it back with the shot on Gracie as well.
Trying to find something out of Flowers here. And sitting up top, looking for one of his own. Waiting for something to happen. They're trying to find this information, but look at Bird. He spots 1, looking for a second now. He's got to find these kills. Yeah, Guck Truck. There's the first one on a manual and a second kill to go out as well, as it's going to be Tired trying to hold down his own, but Dusty to find that kill, and that could have cost him the round there.
Yeah, these trigger discipline plays are happening at the worst times. We up in numbers. Of course, we want to take everything we can get, but when we have the advantage, we want to just be minimizing the risk as much as possible. That said, I mean, TOTS holding down that post plant very well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a little bit to say into like looking at high versus low elo players is like both of these players know that trigger discipline is good, but you've seen it both times from him and Dusty that have almost costed them rounds because they don't realize that they're about to hit time to shoot regardless of whether or not there's a second player there.
Right. Yeah, you're on an eco round. You don't want to take trigger discipline. You want to get a gun and then get a kill with that. And as far as your 5 versus 3 in a post plant, why not make it 5 versus 2? Coming into the early round here, I mean, again, not a lot of space from either side. We're up A main a little bit, and Bird holding down the mid area, but Granada haven't really contested any angles actively. They're allowing TOTS to make an uninformed decision. Hopefully hit into the site that they're holding. Hippo with your ult is going to look for a kill here. Tired's going to pick one up in mid. granting them the advantage. But Redvin already pushed out from site into Art, looking to make waves here. We're making active trades as we've gotten very solid Art control, but that's not going to get us too many places. Our way out here. Dusty picks up one, makes it two. Now we move on towards A site, but Manual with the operator shuts down Rainy. And now it's Manual's turn for the Yoru ultimate, getting as much info as possible, looking to make this post plan as difficult as possible for TOTS. Picks up Redvin. Now it's all down to Dusty, 1 versus 2. Both running out of ammo, pulling out their pistols. Dusty grabs the third. And Guk, bottoms half, swings out, picks up the kill.
I'm still on it.
Granada gonna be up 4 versus 3 on that, or 4 to 3.
That is insane. As you hear my cat reacting in the background. No, I mean, there's a lot of things that have been going on in not even just that round, but like you've seen it continuously in some of these other rounds where there's a lot of these early positions that TOTS has been able to take, and they either hold it really, really well and the round goes their way, or they're making these really simple mistakes that have been costing them some of these kills. I mean, you're seeing a lot of non-trades coming out for GRAN where they're able to pick up one and back up before that trade goes out. And unless TOTS has been able to grab those early picks, get those early kills, it really has just been them falling. As see, holding down mid here. Looking for one of his own, but Olem to keep pushing through, keep finding the space. Rainy to give it up.
Granada are going to find themselves up 3 on this anti-eco round. Not much that can do here. Manual with the operator. Unfortunately, he's going to make that a 1v5 for Rainy. Not what you want to see. I mean, as far as an eco round is concerned, not unexpected, but certainly nothing fun. As you were talking about with the simple mistakes, the little things that can make or break these post plants, or even these early rounds looking for these picks. You're absolutely right. Granada have been doing a really good job of being untradeable, so to speak.
30 seconds left.
And if they find their pick anywhere before the site hit happens, they usually maintain that man advantage heading into the post plant, which has been, by the numbers that we can see, very beneficial for them.
As a flawless ground happens out for GRAN. I do want to say, I want to add on to what I said before. I'm not saying their post plans were bad. They just have been struggling with the trades, especially in that. I mean, especially in that last round. You saw the first one coming out from Gracie, which I believe was Redvin. It was either Redvin or Hippo. And then the next player should have swung, should have gotten that trade under Gracie. But there is either not enough spacing, or they just weren't ready for that death. It seems like they've just been expecting their entries to just get the kills.
It's a hard choke point to move through when multiple people are holding it on the defense side. Unfortunately, Granada were just prepared for the possibility of a connector rush.
Early information going out towards GRAN. Bird is going to get spotted.
Careful here.
They've got 3 players over on A main and a smoke to work with. A TP coming out from Hippo directly in the line of Olem as he's looking for one through the smoke. Trying to find something. The smoke is going to fall. Now they've got to figure out what they want to do. There's still 3 players here to contend with. Bird able to grab theirs.
Last player standing.
As it's all up Bird and Rainy, tired with a 4K, excuse me, to find this kill. And a beautiful round coming out from him.
Tired that we know and love. We see Granada. They haven't been pushing actively and aggressively, making much space up until this point, but we see the Astra Smoke allowing Olem to create some more space and to punish TOTS's expectation that they are most likely not going to be in those areas. Granada varying up their playbook now. Solid Valorant right now.
Oh no, absolutely. I loved that three-man stack on A side. They found a lot of value out of it, and as they go into more of a mid push, you've noticed they've looking for space somewhere aggressive, and they've mostly been finding the bird to fall.
Get out of my way.
They're gonna get a trade over in mid. Space getting lost for both teams now. A that's going to be going towards where TOTS is wanting to take this, as Dusty is looking to try to find that smoke. They need to drop through. And Dusty to walk through the smoke, almost falls! He's too tired to get that kill. Got to finish it off. 7-3 now for GRAN, as this has just been their half.
Well, we've had more than a few consecutive rounds with TOTS doing a very similar A-side default. Not too much that they're doing differently, and Granada haven't seen any reason to change what they're doing. It's working well for them. 4 rounds consecutive here, and we're probably going to see... I'm hoping to see something different from TOTS heading into this next round, because these A hits, the way that they're doing them, have been pretty consistent, and they're consistently not functioning properly.
And one thing I want to point out as well is, scoreboard-wise, Dusty is currently carrying. That is their gold player. He's absolutely been tearing apart GRAN. Hippo, on the other hand, has really struggled this game.
Well, Dusty's been able to take some really opportune timings throughout the map.
Bird doesn't fall there. We're gonna have to get more aggressive. Still finds that kill. But ends up losing the rest of the ult for it. Dusty.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, again, Dusty with these timings, these lurks, is able to pick up these kills. We just need to make sure, if we can convert these rounds into wins, that these lurk timings happen. We'll see a lot more success here for TOTS. Unfortunately, Dusty's going to fall tired. As we hit the B site here, Hippo's going to take out Manuel with that teleport play. Rainy, ult is active and alive, allowing Hippo to make more kills against Gracie, and Redvin there to pick up Tired, rotating out. And Redvin with the updraft catches Olam off guard, but Olam is able to react to it well enough. 1 versus 2 here on 22 HP. Can Olam make it happen? Keep a 6th consecutive round here for Granada.
They're split here. You could very easily take each of these ones and find their kills, or find this round. Find some information. Looking to half this bomb at least. He's gonna have to push forward, but it's gonna be Rainy to find that kill. 7-4 now going into this half, and as much as the score doesn't look that close, they're playing incredible Valorant right now.
Both teams, I'd absolutely agree. I mean, TOTS, exactly what I was hoping and expecting, varying up their ideas, or at least being more willing to rotate away from A. Getting them the round win there with a really solid post plant setup.
Yeah, I didn't love the split, but I mean it ended up working for them. They were able to find that kill in the back. He was looking for one of his own. No, looks away, but does find Bird. That's their smokes already off of the board.
We need to recover this.
Rainy looking to climb more. He can't get this bomb down. Redvin, as we stare at that stupid op bug. It's a looking for one of his own as well. They've got this defender killjoy down, so they're gonna have to get off of sight. It looks like Hippo's gonna TP late. Redvin's gonna get found. They're gonna use this Astral Wall. See if they can't find it. Gracie just holding it down, and that's gonna be defenders picking up this last round off of 2 ults. 2 huge ults, I want to add. Trying to look for the nice kill. But that's the way to use those ults to find that round.
Yeah, I mean we have the Cosmic Divide on hold for as long as we did. Might as well use it on that last round. Heading into second half, I mean, as far as what we've seen so far, I'm assuming Granada's going to be running away with this half. They've got some extremely aggressive play from Manuel and Olam with the Yoru Neon combination. And just a lot of flexibility coming in from Tired and Guff.
Don't let them get up.
I've got to say, I feel like we've given him enough credit, Dusty, but it really has been incredible seeing what he's been doing tonight. Not just in like his lurks, but the way he's been holding down some of these sites. We've seen it on both of these maps. And as he's going to be holding down these sites, see 2 players. He's going to get spotted though. Manual, excuse me, is going to fall to Dusty. The flash up. Really, they can't find these kills. They're looking for it. Manuel's going to TP out. And Gut Truck stuck on site. Finds one. Looking for a second one. Manuel will find the first one now. That's 2 players over here as Gut Truck one. Redvin, last one alive, finds the first player. He's got 2 more to work with. He's going to try to jump around the corner, but Manuel to close it off. Beautiful round coming out from GRAN.
Very, very close pistol round. I think the pivotal moment, as soon as the spike went down, Manuel TP'd away from sight. We're in a 4 versus 3 there, favoring TOTS. And we just have one too many 1 versus 1s being allowed there. Granada were able to pull that round all the way out of the jaws of defeat.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Duck really shouldn't have been able to stay alive as well. He got flashed and stuck, and it just felt like they weren't pushing that hard off of some of their flashes. They had all this utility that they were using, trying to take kills off of it. Trying to find some really space to work off of. But a dog to chase, not able to get a kill on this, but look at A.
All the way through goes TOTS.
Split up, clear out mid. At this point, GRAN knows that B is pretty much clear. B is pretty much clear, so it's going to be B in the hands of Granada. And no guns fallen on either side yet. They can find one. This could change the outcome of this round. And they've got 4 bodies to work with to do it. 1 to fall.
Spike planted.
And this flash is going to come out. A beautiful dodge coming out from Manuel. Redvin's looking for one of his own. Turret's up. Racing finds that kill. Bird looking to finish it off. See if he can't do a little bit of damage. Kill coming out from Olem. We're going to be looking at a flawless round. 10-4 now for GRAN.
This is essentially what we saw from the first half as well. I mean, TOTS also had their flawless anti-eco round. And honestly, the eco strat itself was really, or at least I enjoyed watching it, pushing all the way through the spawn. Unfortunately, Gracie was cognizant enough to put down the alarm bot, which we've given a lot of credit to Dusty. Gracie has also done a fantastic job of setting up the post plants in the attack half, setting up the hold in the defense half. And now we're seeing the power that KJ can hold over the attack half.
Absolutely. With guns finally in the hands of TOTS, I'm interested to see how GRAN is going to be able to kind of deal with going up into this eco, as it looks like they're just trying to use speed to put the advantage. Bird to find one. Olem is stuck left alone. You can find one under Rainy as a flash. Out. Smoke's gonna drop. And it's gonna be Olem to find that kill. Stinger for the win, honestly. And find a little bit of information. Now trying to swing through. It's not gonna be enough. Only 1 gun has fallen so far. Manuel looking to deal a little bit more damage. But no one close enough to death to take 1 shot to fall. As Dusty's gonna finish it off. 10-5 now to the side. TOTS.
I'm amazed right now what we're seeing with Dusty holding down mid so solidly. Not only killing the late walk through Art, but being able to push through and help out Bird in the middle of the street from Olem's attempt to re-grab the spike. I just gotta give it up. Dusty's 16-11 right now, top frag for the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. He's been absolutely tearing them apart. You love to see these low elo players step up and really take control of the lobby, and he's been able to do that as a Sentinel as well. Incredible to see the way that he's been holding down the sites.
I'm questioning if it's even right to call Dusty low elo anymore.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. The TP away. He was gonna hold on to his life. Bird looking for something right now. Bots one over his wall. Tired's gonna see him as well, and he's gonna kill Tired.
Spike down A.
trade off. Is Olum still looking for anything?
Dusty again picks up 2! Just on the defense before the bomb even goes down. Granada trying to make their way through to a different objective. Unfortunately, Redvin is aware, picks up Olum, and then Gracie goes down. Tots make it 6-10. They're not done yet.
I'm gonna say what you will about the way that GRAN's been playing this map. It may not have been the best so far, but we have seen some incredible plays coming out. And the big thing is they've prevented GRAN from really building momentum. I mean, the most rounds we've seen in a row is 4.
Here.
Well, 4 rounds in a row. That's nothing to sneeze at.
No, but for momentum, that's not amazing. And so it's
Right.
really good to see anti-momentum coming out from the side of TOTS to prevent them from really just kind of being a build-up that ego.
Well, in GRANs, GRAN has really solid early round plays. They've been able to take space really effectively in the early round. Sometimes they get kills and they win the round for it. Other times, TOTS are able to deny that space. But when the site hit happens, like we just see here, Hippo taking out Olum right before the bomb goes down, giving us a favorable retake. Dusty gets 3! Why and how? But also, I love it. Manual fighting back a little bit. 3 versus 1, trying to hold down this bomb. I don't know that it's going to happen. Dimensional Drift in hand. I wouldn't recommend using it, though.
Manual looking to prevent this from happening. Raining through the smoke. And unfortunately, we missed that Dusty pick. We got that last little bit of it. But, I mean, the man is tearing them apart right now.
I need to...
If I'm TOTS, I'm proud of him right now.
Dusty is anything but accurate. Brush that dust off. That is clean.
7 now, and I mean, we've already seen that momentum kind of building up for the side of TOTS. How do you see GRAN kind of shutting this down?
I mean, their first 2 rounds were as solid as they could be. Being unexpected is what's going to win GRAN rounds right now, because TOTS is playing very... They're playing to their playbook, to their set strats. If Granada can do something unexpected that throws them off, even just for a moment, and be able to capitalize on that reaction, we're going to be seeing Granada really pull away and finish this out. They are going to be taking B site, but right before the bomb goes down again. TOTS are going to make their pick, and they're going to instantly start this retake. Tired is going to shut down Rady, though, making this 4 versus 4. Truck trying to bring that advantage happening here. Dusty's going to pop. Dusty's going to pop the steel guard and try to nerf Granada coming into this retake. And Dusty, once again, picks up a headshot on Tired. Making this a 3 versus 3. Manuel and Gracie are there to help shut it down from downtown and the molly. And there we have it. Granada are going to take away that post plant on B. 11-7.
Yeah, I mean, using that your role to really find themselves that early information, get on site, and still being able to deal with losing that site pretty fast after they got that bomb down. Great plays coming out from GRAN. I mean, it shows why they're currently the #1 seed. And they're looking to close this out. It's 11-7 right now. They can pick up this next round, then it's going to be real rough for TOTS
Right. I mean, TOTS are able to generate momentum if they want to, but it's up to Granada whether or not they do that.
Olum looking for some space. Revan's just holding down this angle.
You can see up until this point, Granada are normally able to take space really reliably, but it's taken them a little bit of time before they've successfully done that. But there we go. Eventually it's going to happen. Redvin pushed all the way out on the inside now. And we're going to see the Fatal come out here. Nightfall, Truck, and Tired are going to make this push onto site. Rainy goes down as well. Now we're in a 5 versus 3.
Looking at 2 players. That first one. Find the second one. Hippo.
Closed.
Hold on to their hopes. They can kill this back site player. It'd be a lot easier for them to work with. Manuel still has TP out if he needs to. Just holding it with a shotgun, trying to waste this time.
Last place.
player standing.
Dusty with a kill on Emmanuel. 2v1 now.
I mean, it's Dusty. I believe it.
Absolutely. Tap coming out. And the pull. Tired's going to swing. Tired to finish them off. 12-7 now. As TOTS goes into potentially this final round. The only thing I see on the horizon is a map 3.
I mean, I'd have to agree with you there. Granada have found their footing on this in this second half here on Pearl, taking no hesitation to guarantee these rounds for themselves, especially if they're allowed to get any kind of comfy in these post plants. Those gravity wells are making a very difficult defuse for TOTS. As long as Gut Truck's alive in the post plant, we're going to be seeing a round win for Granada.
Bird looking for one off of this off here. TOTS went close, but no, Olin to shut it down. Dusty up on the middle site, looking for one of them. Gets spotted off of this, but he's got a wall to work with. Able to take down Manuel. Gets grabbed though. And Tired to finish him off. Looking to put this bomb down now. Olin's holding it down. If Hippo can find one here, this could be huge. Tired's gonna try to actually get off site here. Gets spotted. Redvin on the flank, looking to take out Guck Truck. Truck and Olim sitting close. Olim finds one, and now it's all up to Redvin. 14 HP, and only one bullet needed to take down Guck Truck. So little HP, but so little time on the board as well. Guck Truck's gonna swing, and a beautiful kill coming out from Redvin.
No time to hesitate here.
Olim's up close. He's gonna just hold on, stick onto this bomb. A shotgun's gonna find them around. 13-7 now for the side of GRAN. And we'll be looking at a map 3 of
I cannot
Split.
wait.
But before that map 3, we're gonna jump to a quick little break for me and Ulias to go get some water. Go grab yourselves a snack. Prepare for this last one, because one of these teams is going to be heading home after this next one. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to more Valorant, more Underpeel, and some more of me and Ulius as we watch the final map of TOTS versus GRAN. You've seen the first two. What are you expecting out of map 3?
I mean, we've seen the first two. I don't think we've seen anything yet. I think as far as these hot elo heavy teams, these top heavy teams, Split is the proving ground. We're going to see everything that they have to bring to the table coming up here.
Well, for those of you who were paying attention at the beginning of the stream, we're going to be watching Split in this final one. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, we're going to be watching Split in this final one. And I don't know. I mean, I was really interested to look at the map bans and see the fact that TOTS chose attack, not defense to start here, which lots of teams prefer this split defense. So I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. I can't help it.
I mean, with a lurker as good as Dusty on their team,
that's
they're
fair. That is fair.
So much attention.
That is fair.
I said this in another chat. If Dusty doesn't walk away from Pearl feeling like a god, I don't know what'll do that, because that was I've never seen something so insane. In all seriousness, I think TOTS are ready to go on the attack. They're not gonna wait around. They're gonna be taking the initiative. It's gonna be absolutely amazing performance from TOTS. I'm predicting here.
Well, let's look at something we don't have to predict, as we're gonna jump into agent select now. And well, early thoughts here. It's
early
GG
thoughts
for TOTS from Alex.
Early thoughts. As much as I hate to admit it, Fade is not the preferred pick, though I wouldn't have chosen it any different. I'm interested to see exactly what's going to happen, because I mean, effectively we've got a fight between I mean, gosh, it's it's not that much. They're not that much different from each other, but they are truly. With Gracie starting on defense with this Sage, I think we're going to be seeing a similar fast rotate-esque playstyle from Granada, but I don't know how well it's going to work out now that we've given up the Neon Yoru combo. As far as TOTS is concerned, I am ready to see that that fast rotate and then a lot of aggression. We've got Sky, we've got the most aggressive controller that isn't Omen, but still pretty darn aggressive, and the diviest dive duelist to ever dive. I think we're going to be seeing explosive aggression from TOTS first half.
I don't know. I have to be the skeptical one. I have to say I think they trolled a little bit by choosing to not start on defense. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But we're gonna jump straight into the game here. We're gonna see just what we're gonna be looking at as this first round is starting out. Big A presence coming out from TOTS, excuse me. Olem trying to get back. One of his own right now. Getting pushed away though. Manuel push it up. Oh my god. Manuel with 2. Olem with one of his own. Redvin able to find it. It's all up to Redvin now. 100 HP in a dream. She's 59 HP in a dream. They haven't given him any of these fights that he's been looking for. They've got this double up, and they have this bomb. It's going to be a hard one for him to take. Smoke goes out.
Much, yeah, not much to be done about this in this particular moment. I mean, Redvin just has to look for as many kills as possible, be as much of a nuisance as can be, because this is not going to be a round that TOTS are going to pull away with Emmanuel for the 3K. Not denying at all that defense is the favorite half on split to start, absolutely. And you can see pretty clearly Granada have practiced and drilled for this map. That falling one way from Guk for Manuel to peek into and take that damage off of, that is not something that you call on the fly. That is something that you are ready for.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think like the biggest thing that I've kind of noticed from all for not just this series but previous series is that they love these all on the ball. Huge opener. Want a flash coming straight through to blind literally everyone on the thing, but all of them holding it alive. Rainey's gonna get pushed back. Looking for more of these kills. Mid in the hands of GRAN.
And once again, we've got a situation where no one is aware of where Dusty could be. Rainey hoping to make that rotate and make this plant happen on the A site. If we can get just one more kill here on TOTS, it'll be a worthwhile eco round, but a bomb plant would do just as well.
And for whatever they can get.
Yeah, I mean, but this plant is going to go down for free. I don't think Granada's really aware of what's happening right now.
Planted.
Instant reaction. Let's see if Dusty can hold out in the vents here. No HP lost up until this point. We're not even going to see anybody coming his way. I love this advancement from TOTS as well.
Oh, but Rainey looks for some damage. Duck Truck to grab that kill. Well, with GRAN up 2-0, how are you feeling so far about this attack choice?
I mean, that's what happens when you start defense. You're going to go up 2-0 unless something crazy happens. Especially when you're re-clearing the angles as surgically as Granada are.
Fair.
But I mean, I'm still holding out hope. I went all in on my points, all 68 of them.
You used all 60. Wait, who'd you put it on?
On TOTS.
Good. On TOTS? Did I put it? Oh, I didn't put mine in. You know what? I'm gonna put all 190 on TOTS. I'm gonna join you. We're gonna be super biased in this next one. Or in this one. Let me close that while I'm thinking about it. As we get into this third round, it's finally the bye round coming out for TOTS. This could be a huge one behind it. There's some early information now. That truck's gonna be pushed off. One up top. Look at Olam. This could be huge. Lots of fake. You can get behind these players on rapids. This could be amazing. Manual to fall to Hippo. Tired for one of his own. He's gonna trap one of the players and Olam to walk up. Tired to find the other kill. Their truck's looking for one of his own. It takes a lot of damage, but finally finds that kill. Been looking for some more. Finds Tired in a trade onto Olam.
Oh, I love this rewrap. I love this wraparound from Olam. Rainy's so low on HP, looking to make some kind of play here, or at least potentially rotate out to A site.
Seconds left.
I'm just kind of sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
any information.
Olam has no pressure to push out right now, no bomb planting herd. And all told, it would be pretty extreme for Rainy to move all the way to A side at this point, but Olam is believing such is happening. Rainy's going to get this plant for free as long as it can go down quick enough.
Oh,
and the fall damage from jumping off of the rafter is unfortunately going to win this round for Granada, dropping a bombshell, so to speak, on the third round here. I don't know that there's...
We're gonna go listen into the comms. We're gonna go listen into the comms for TOTS and figure out what the hell just happened.
They're rotating hella fast, right?
I didn't know I was that low.
Are we flashing thing ramping?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's fucking.
He hit me through the wall, bro. No.
I thought you were.
I got sprayed. What does the brother do?
Spike down A.
Eco around.
Timing, holy, like.
We're good. We're good. Okay, now we win.
We just can't go main right off the rip.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
In the famous words of Hippo, now we win.
Now we win. I like it. Honestly, I support it. I'm there for it. There's no reason to make fun of that. I'm ready to see it.
You know what the issue is? Rainy hasn't been popping, or not Rainy. Dusty hasn't been popping off.
Well,
That's
Dusty's been
the
getting
issue.
successful lurks there. I mean, in that in second round, easy control over vents. It's just unfortunate that Granada didn't move through it. We're seeing from Granada an absolutely amazing first start of the game here, making TOTS pay for their choice. Manual with that early pick, absolutely insane.
Olam really in mid so far. Duck's gonna get found. He clears out the dog. And what a shot onto Hippo!
Absolutely amazing. I think it's at this point I would start thinking about a timeout on the side of TOTS, just to get a recollection of what it is that exactly that the goal might be.
Yeah,
Because-
unfortunately, neither team knows how to hit the timeout button.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for that, just as well as unfortunate. We've got a plan of what we want to do, but that plan is not working at this point in time. Rainy trying to make some waves up in B heaven here, but Gracie falls back far enough that Truck is able to pick up. Able to pick up Duck Truck. And there we go, Gracie taking one in exchange. Finish out the round. 5-0, favoring Granada here as we enter in first half on split.
Yeah, I really gotta question mark them for picking up attack start on split. I don't know what they were cooking, but it is not working. I mean, it's gonna be rough. I know they're going for the double duelist. That's an insane comm, Alex. I know that they're going for the double duelist, but it's still split either way. You just play heavily aggressive on defense. Take as many rounds as you can.
I'm thinking that the choice to play attack on split was one of those out-of-game mind games that you attempt to do. Those of you that remember Astralis picking Vertigo against Liquid in CS. But unfortunately, TOTS would have needed to win the pistol round to make that mind game any worthwhile. And we're seeing them kind of put on the back foot here as they themselves are being hit in their mental.
Gonna get spot lower with that bot. They've been trying to find something off of these rafters, but one off of Tired. I'll find them a little bit of damage. And look at Dusty here. He's got this time if he just walks up. He's waiting for more of his teammates to die, though.
The sage wall's still holding him off as well.
Oh, I see that.
Olem is there, looking to make a statement up in heaven right now. Gracie as well, picking up on themselves. Dusty there, Dusty there with the stinger. Garrett.
Oh no! What are we watching? Both players left alive. Dusty's trying to hunt this player down. It's not gonna happen. Alex, you have to be the king of caster cursing. I swear.
Over under on Alex casting curses.
Over. I'm taking the over. I don't care what the number is. I am taking the over. Every single time.
I'm writing you a blank sheet, and whatever the number is, it's over.
It's over. That's insane. I don't think this man has ever accidentally done that and it not cursed the other team.
Oh, okay. Manual shooting Rainy out of the sky.
To the next person.
Jet's grounded.
Oh my god, the head glitch from that smoke. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I would really... I'd be so impressed if it were intentional. Bird, unfortunately, we're getting ones across the map here. Dusty seems to be the only one with the lurk timing, but Gracie's there to pick up the trade. And now Hippo left in a 1 versus 4, holding the boomstick. And unfortunately gets spotted and heard.
E1 with Bangkok? Alex, I need you to make a prediction on who's going to win Underpeel Season 6 so that I can bet against them. One singular right call. He should have put money on it. If you put money on the line enough times, you'll win eventually.
30 seconds left.
Oh, spotted. Olem's looking for this kill. Hippo, you can't jump. You're not.
You're not
oh god.
simple,
Oh my
Hippo.
god. Is that no? I was thinking. What's the dude who jumped off of Cash? Off of the
Simple.
Heaven and Cash. Was it Simple? Okay, I couldn't remember who it was.
You can't do that simple. This is not FPL. This is a major. Absolutely.
Dude, it's okay. To be fair, it has been like a decade since I've seen that clip. Which, yes, that clip is old enough for me to actually be able to say that.
I watch that clip every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Understandable.
That and him throwing his op over the wall on Dust 2.
Yes, that one. I forgot about that one. Using it as a flash was crazy.
Unfortunately, Hippo Stalker 93 is too complicated of a name to be simple.
Manuel's getting hunted down right now by the Yoru ult. Flash coming out as well. Shotgun getting missed. It's gonna be Manuel to find a kill. Hippo. I know you can't hit it jumping up, but come on.
He has a sniper rifle. He has a sniper rifle. You have a shotgun. You're 2 meters away from him. What are you doing? TOTS find themselves in a 5 versus 3. Granada showing dominant control over this defensive half. Tired just picking off one after one with Olem's help. And Redden once again left in a clutch situation, but unfortunately staring down the eyes of 3 grenades. It's going to blow up in his face. Nada find themselves up 7-1 on their defense half, which, as far as split is concerned, this is within reason. But considering the fact that TOTS did pick up the attack half by choice, not what we were expecting to see from that perspective.
It was 8. Is it 7? Brazil 8 one?
Time to jump.
Another aggressive play coming out from Hippo.
This eco
Love
rush
to
coming
see
out
him
from
double
TOTS.
TP on the B site. Great going
almost
out.
instantly shut down, but not before picking up Duck Truck, taking out the smokes. That's not a bad result here. Dusty, with the neural theft, is going to find out the location of the rest of the Granada members. Now we're going to see this post plan happen here. 4 versus 4. Unfortunately, Olam has ultimate. Manuel has an op. Never mind. Scratch that. Olam is dead.
But we do have the Gracie ult that could pick up Olam, and never mind. That is not it.
So it looks like
Gracie
Tots are
don't
going to
fall.
need to be playing eco strats on every round, because that was absolutely insane round from them going up against what they just did.
Well, no, we're blaming it on the fact that Alex jinxed him, so they had to get at least 2 rounds. We have to see a third one until we're sure that that's what's happening.
I see. You're absolutely right. If you're absolutely right, if Tots can pick up this round here with the same level of aggression, possibly applied maybe differently, or in a different area, then we can
Then it's a
confirm.
pattern and not a coincidence.
Exactly. Correlation, not causation.
Exactly. As they're going to wall, maybe.
Same
not.
same start to the round that we just saw in the
Oh,
previous on
what?
Tots. This time Duck is going to smoke off the two choke. We're seeing massive rotates coming in from Granada. God, hiding backside! Grabs the second one, Redmond! Maybe fighting back as much as possible. Guck sliding out is going to get caught by the Ares from Bird. Speaking of birds, that flash is going to find some information. And Dusty with this lurk timing. Is it? Oh,
No, Manuel.
Dusty, turn around!
Dusty.
Turn around!
Please.
Dusty, ever lucky with the timings, sometimes unlucky with the looking.
Bird's gonna
because
fall, though.
Bird is going to hopefully find this on ramp. Absolutely not. Bird is up in heaven. Still unaware. Manuel holding down that line.
Hello?
Finds Rainy. Dusty there gets shut down by Olam.
They get Manuel. The op's off the board.
The op is off the board. 2 versus 1.
30 seconds left.
2 versus 1 Bird. Gotta grab that spike. Unfortunately, doesn't notice Olam in screens. And Granada are gonna make that 8-2. Oh, you hate to see it. The tension. Great content.
I need Dusty to turn around there. My heart was in my chest. Well, to be fair, that's where it's supposed to be. But it was beaten. And oh my god. We really need to clear those corners, especially when we know that someone's coming up A main and we're not clearing ramp. We're not even like looking like a cursory glance at it.
Well, it would be understandable if somebody was pushed all the way down, perhaps. But yeah, we have seen a lot of operator action happening, and we couldn't spot where the operator was. We got to be careful on every corner up until that point. This B execute is going to be happening again. No hesitation. We've got some eco weapons here. Not teleporting into backside this time. Duck Truck still able to grab 2 and Olam for a 3rd.
Spike down.
Redmond, unfortunately, is the only one to get a kill, but gets instantly traded out by Tired. Bird is now 1 versus 4 with the ever old reliable Ares that Bird has been using these past couple of rounds.
I love this smoke coming out from Guk as well, and I have to try to force them to shoot through so we can give up some of their locations.
Yeah, maybe find a couple of tracers to shoot through, but I think at this point all that's done is give up the location. As we might be seeing a some late contact here in mid.
Manuel's so far back. My guess is he's looking for any kind of save here. I mean, Bird's got an Ares.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
I mean, it has to be with Gracie playing this tens angle here. Here it comes, swinging into heaven. Gonna finish up this round 9-2, favoring Granada. Heading into the last round of the half. I mean, I think Tots need to. They need to spread their influence more, or put some more question marks on Granada's head, shooting at the Sage Wall, or more aggressive lurk timings coming in from Dusty. Anything to make Granada not feel as comfortable as they have been.
Do Tots win pistol, yes or no? You're just looking to jinx them at every step of the way. 9-2 now for the side of GRAN. I mean, if they can finish or close this round off, 10-2 is a great half coming out of defense.
Right, absolutely. And we're seeing a slower set of aggression here. Tots actually looking to make a more a more nuanced play than push out B. But unfortunately, this operator is online, and that teleport is in fact heard. We're going to clear out ramp here. Angle gets pushed upon by Redvin, gets taken out by Bird, upgraded from the Ares to the Odin. We're going to be taking A site here.
Fire trying to hold down Heaven of his own board. Olin to find one. Redvin can get a kill here. This could be huge. And he's looking for it. Hippo to grab one on the site as Olin tries to jump across, but it's going to be Hippo to find a second one onto that Heaven player. Cup Truck trying to shoot him through these smokes, but Redvin's too acrobatic.
I mean, with that bomb plant position, we really need to have this Heaven control, which is what Dusty is all about, but we don't even need it. Hippo for the 3K, Redvin for the op, holding screens. TOTS are going into their defense round, 3 rounds in the bank. Hopefully, we're going to see some interest on that.
Show me where to go.
Well, you know what I have to say, Elias. Look at the scoreboard.
I'm looking at it.
What's that score? That's an interesting little number, isn't it?
The two numbers add up to 12. That is for certain.
They do. They also are 9 and 3, which, if anyone is aware, there's a little bit of superstition attached to that as well.
So I've been told. Hopefully, Olam is going to take that superstition and and spit in its face, going 21 and 4, headed into the attack half here.
This is fair. Looking to climb up as much as they can. They're getting so aggressive. Bird looking for one of his own. Dusty finds 2.
Strike down B.
Already able to start it off well.
Oh, wrapping around the pillar here. Catches Duck just a little bit off guard, but unfortunately not enough to get the kill. That Sage Wall is going to be stuffed into main here. 3 versus 3 heading into the retake. Manuel is going to be able to fall back main. Not what TOTS were hoping for as a possibility. And this retake is going to come out here. Gracie getting shot down by Redvin. Spots Manuel back out on site. Left alone playing around Nubox. Picks up 1, but Hippo is there to finish it out. TOTS are going to pick up the pistol round here on defense.
The prediction went the way of, yes, TOTS do win pistol, indeed. Good. By the way, in case anyone was curious.
Well, we didn't start the prediction, so technically it doesn't count. Alex is still proven wrong at every turn.
Well, no. He didn't say the prediction was that TOTS would win it. He was throwing up a prediction that whether or not they would.
Right.
He didn't definitively predict it.
But the word was, do they win, not do they lose. I feel like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, but he said, do TOTS win pistol, yes, no.
I don't know.
So,
any opportunity I have to make Alex feel wrong.
That's fair. You know what? Yeah, I'll give him that. 9-4 now for TOTS, as it's gonna be another aggressive A hit. They love to take control of ramps now.
TOTS are ready for it with the outlaw, but Manuel, what a shot! Shot into Hippo. Okay. Unfortunately, thinks they're pushing into the outlaw. Redden's there with the spare judge, because of course you are. And Bird here with the Ares trying to put down some suppressing fire, but Tyre there has the Sheriff. Dusty picks up 1! And the flashes just go off. Rainy there setting up the success for the judges here. As we see, not only do we have a judge on Dusty pushing up into that space, but we also have a spare one in Vents, just in case Redvin needs to fall back. That's a really good set of forethought from TOTS. Shows exactly what they're thinking heading into this defense half. Maybe this was their plan all along.
Yeah, you know, it's written into the playbook. The judge in Vents gotta place it there every single round, especially if you've got Redvin.
I will sign that sheet of paper because I believe in it now.
It's got to go in the playbook as we head into this 15th round now.
Ooh, oh no! Bonus. The C's nade, expecting the aggression, counting on it. Unfortunately, Olam is going to pick up 2. Well, not unfortunately, actually, excuse me. Olam picking up 2 straight out of the gate, making this an amazingly fast round for Granada. And putting the ball in TOTS court, so to speak. It's their round to win. They have to make a play. They have to push for it.
Love the wall as well. Kind of shutting off CT so they only have to worry about Heaven until that wall breaks. Man, this box is deadly. Olm to find 1. Olm to find 2. Clowns it up to a 4K. We're looking at a 10-5 scoreline as we're about to go into the clear comms for GRAN. I'm curious what they're talking about.
I'd love to hear.
After that, just go away.
So
Chris, you
wait,
come mid with me.
You want me
Doc,
to
mid with me.
nade into just run A or recoil mid?
Yeah, you two just do that into run A. Gracie, Gok, and I, we're gonna take mid, okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to drop vent. Gok, we're gonna smoke male, okay? And I'm gonna wall male as well. Do it now.
Or male?
You wall male, yeah. Do it. Do it. Go with the plan. Go to vent, you think?
Oh, okay.
Drop down.
Portal closed.
Push up vent.
I'm grabbing.
Nice. You just pop rocket, honestly.
Player standing.
Nice, good shit.
Oh, good one.
Good shit, guy.
Yeah, with
I-
male wall, you can always jump it.
It's fine. It's just we needed the sound cue.
I'm just saying for anyone else that needs to know.
And as we come out of that clear comms round for Granada, 11-5 now. Are we calling it? We looking at the end of map 3 here?
I don't know that we are. I mean, TOTS had a really solid start of their round. It was just the conversion that we needed to work on. 2 picks before anything else happened. Unfortunately, A main wasn't properly covered, and we just ended up losing the overall.
Yeah, Alex. Granada with map 3? You gotta curse it. You gotta say
And
yes.
here we go. The walk down mid yields its fruit. Redvid and Hippo going to take a piece of the pie here as they swing up into shops. Gracie, they're picking up Hippo, putting Redvid on low HP. And we have Cat commentary coming in as well as Dusty here holding B main with the Bucky. One shot, but not enough to kill Manuel, unfortunately. But Bird pushing down with the Bucky is going to pick up one of their own. 2 versus 2 here, heading into the end of this round. Manuel very low on HP. Not enough time to get here. Not the opportunity to get healed by Gracie. Unfortunately, we don't have the bomb. We're going to have to Omen ult for it.
That's how you get the bomb.
Manuel's
They're gonna be
take
playing into
time.
CT now.
I like this from Manuel a lot. Taking the time to wrap around, but Redvin's aware enough of it. It's just a matter of, is this timing going to be proper? And we've seen a lot of timings happening here. And if there was ever a perfect one,
One enemy remaining.
Manuel pushes through, picks up the kill onto Rainy. Now it's up to Duck. Push out and make that kill. Absolutely. Granada find themselves on match point and series point here.
Match point.
And there it is, Alex calling GG. And we will now be seeing OT. Thank you very much,
Premature
Alex.
GG.
12-5 now. And keep in mind, this is not only the end of the series, this is the end of TOTS' run if they don't win 7 rounds in a row. No timeout either coming out for them. As we're going to be jumping into this next round. They don't have full utility, but they've got there's that shotgun on the board.
I see the judge, absolutely. The early aggression that Granada haven't shown every round. Bird! The judge, you had it in your hand! What did you do with it? You're a magician, you made it disappear!
Spike planted.
It's like their chances of winning this round or this game have disappeared.
Fire,
2 players left alive.
Fire.
It's the end of a series. It's the end of a dynasty.
No hesitation, running up. Blue bars
board.
do not disturb us whatsoever. Manuel here for the final 2 kills from TOTS to make this 13-5, 2-1. Granada winning that series.
Let me see if we can get a interview. Well, 3 maps in, honestly, probably one of the greatest games we'll have this entire champs run. I feel like we always get our playoff games, or our grand, what should be grand final games, in like lower bracket. I don't know what's going on with that, but
Well, I mean, that just means better content earlier on.
no, that's fair. That is fair. Anti-it rhetoric. Yeah, sorry. I'm an int hater. That's just how it be. Sorry, I'm trying to see if one of them will give me.
I mean, while we're waiting for a response on the interview, I'm still blown away the map one Lotus that that Tots were able to pick up. Obviously, very solid start, 13-8, to make that happen. And then as we headed into Pearl, I loved what we were seeing. I mean, Tots were able to pick up 2 rounds pretty convincingly with the flawless anti-eco, which not what you wouldn't expect, but certainly still impressive to watch the flawless. It's just that Granada were able to make their adaptations to pull back and really run away with Pearl. And then as we saw during split, could have been that the choice to take attack first on didn't exactly go the way they would have planned it to be.
Sorry, I'm looking at the trash talk and stream chatting, Darby. Yeah, no, I there were a lot of really good things we saw coming out of the side of TOTS, excuse me, but it felt like they never had the whole picture. It seemed like they were kind of struggling to kind of close out a lot of these rounds where they had the advantage early on, found a lot of early pressure, and then kind of just threw it away. It was really rough kind of seeing some of these rounds.
Yeah, and it's just as well on the to applaud Granada on their ability to change up their defensive structures pretty consistently in a way that wasn't predictable and didn't put too much strain on their own players to work through. Just enough change to make sure that Tots were never exactly sure of what was going on, and they could play the game they knew how to play the way they knew how to play it, and really just run away with as many rounds as possible. Could not applaud Renata enough for the structuring of their playbook. I don't even know if they have one. I feel like Olom's the kind of person to say, "Let's go here and do this." But then again, some of the things that we saw, I just couldn't imagine those being thought up on the fly. Uh, there's really just so much to be said about these matches that we saw. Tomorrow is SLR slow as a question. I'm sure it's in the events tab. We can find out. It'd be SLO versus or SLR versus Nerd. Unless SLO are coming in for Nerd. I have SLR v Nerd on my events tab, but but yeah, I mean, what amazingly well played game from both sides. I particularly, of course, a fan of Dusty's performance on Pearl. I never really quite was prepared for what we were going to see from Dusty on those, but that said, Granada. Oh gosh, I am saying too many ums and uhs. Granada varying up their strategy and creating just enough question marks in Toss's head to make sure that they got what they wanted to do. I still question, truthfully, what I'm vamping here for a minute as well. I have to question Tot's thought process in picking attack on the split, because when 9-3 is your average half, or at least what a lot of people would expect to be an average half, and that is coming from defense, I wonder what the thought process is on that regard. It's my favorite thing in the world.
My mic is muted. Let's try that again. I've got a special interview for us tonight. We've got a member coming off of GRAN, and this is one I'm really excited for. I would like to welcome our one, our only, if I can put it up on screen. You can probably hear him. But I want our only Guck Truck as soon as I stop being dumb. There he goes. All right, now we can see him.
There we are.
Hello.
Hello. Well, coming off of that exciting series, was there kind of any point during that series, Guck, where you were worried that it wasn't going to go y'all's way?
No, I even in ranked, I never think the game is lost. It could be 0-12, and I'm not FFing. There's no shot.
Understandable. Well, I guess
my own heart right here.
the other vein of that was, at what point, I guess in map 3, did you feel like y'all kind of had it in the bag?
It was when we were in Agent Select.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense. If you're never going to surrender and you never believe it's lost, you're always going to believe you're winning it.
Plus, it's split. If Manuel doesn't have us, if Tired doesn't have us, if Olin doesn't have us, if Gracie doesn't have us, I have us.
There you go.
I mean, I love to hear the confidence coming out of it. You had some really incredible plays, especially on that kind of backside of B. How did you kind of deal with the aggression that was coming out from GRAN, or from TOTS, excuse me?
Dude, honestly, this is to pretty much any Omen that plays on split. That smoke I was throwing main, please use that. It is so broken. It is so broken.
I mean, there are countless highlight reels that can be made off of that smoke. As far as the util that was coming at you on backside, as far as dealing with that though,
genuinely, they didn't have too much to actually deal with me. Usually on split, you have stuff like, I mean, Tejo at one point. You have Rays. You have like low vulnerables that weren't really tossed at me.
sure.
But the only thing they were really trying to do backside to me was the Yoru TP. You know, fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, we did watch that get shut down pretty quickly by you.
Yeah.
I guess I have a question regarding the amount of forethought that's put into your games as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I mentioned it on Pistol Round, the falling one-way smoke in A lobby. How much of your play as a team is premeditated playbooks, and how much of it is called out by a player on the team in the moment?
I would say a lot of it is like mapped out for the most part. I think we get into the real freestyle area when it gets chaotic mid round.
Sure.
But a lot of the pre-round stuff is pre-done, practiced.
A lot of Valo plant time spent in the Granada server.
Honestly, I don't think we've opened up Valoplant once. It's mostly just scrims.
That's fair. All right.
On that same kind of outline, how do you feel about y'all's comms? I mean, we've listened into a few of them, and I mean, they feel pretty good from kind of an outsider's POV.
I think our comms are most of the time pretty good. I think where it gets chaotic is, or the opposite of chaotic, where it gets quiet is like mid round.
Fucked up too badly. Sorry.
No, but yeah, like mid round, some of us, including myself, I get very quiet. I don't calm when I'm gonna do stuff outside of like use util a lot of the time. That's something I've been trying to be aware of.
I mean, I think I can kind of concur to that one. I have a little bit of an issue with that myself, so I don't. I'm not gonna call you out too much for that one. But yeah, I mean, y'all have been pretty successful so far. Obviously, you came into this tournament kind of first seed, ended up losing that first match, but y'all have really come back from it so far. This is probably, in my opinion, been your toughest game. Who do you think outside of TOTS you're worried about past this game?
I think the only team I've ever been worried about was SLR with Vi. Vi was wrecking us.
No one. Yeah, no, I mean, Vi was Vi. I think that, so I got like really into it with Vi. They spent probably like an hour trying to get me to look at the stats, and they were the second best performance on a 2-game series in Underpeel history, and surprisingly, your teammate was the other one.
No,
number
Olin,
one.
I'm assuming.
No, Manuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
He dropped 75 in 2 maps.
It is surprising how good he is while his brain is like actively working. I could never. You either get one, you get performance, or you get thinking from me.
I guess my final question that I have is, obviously we've talked about who you could potentially be worried about in the future, but is there any game other than the SLR game, which you may be playing on Sunday if they end up winning tomorrow, that you are gonna be putting more prep into? Give them credit.
I don't really think any prep in terms of like who we're going against. I know we have like a vague outline of what teams like to do, but for the most part, we just focus on our own thing and our own maps.
Okay. Do you have anything else, Julius?
I mean, what was the what was the voice chat like after the series win? How hype was it, or how much was it? Well, yeah, that happened.
I mean, this is gonna be a boring answer, but like I said, we expect to win. We're gonna win. So it was pretty much like a let's go, guys. We won.
I don't think I've ever I think there was a day that Olam was brought in for an interview, had the very exact same attitude. I don't think there's ever been a calmer confidence on a team that we've seen collectively than what we're seeing right here.
Yeah, I mean, we're a fairly calm team. Oldham's the energetic one. He's the
we've learned that one. Yeah, I guess. Do you have any? First off, anyone you're calling out before we end this? Any team you want to call out that you want to play? Remaining. Let's see who's remaining. We got SLR, Nerd, Int, and Slow.
I don't know. All the immortals on them. I want to diff the immortals. Give me the immortals.
Feed them
to me.
Feed them to you. All right. Well, any shout outs at all before we end this interview?
Dude, shout out to Gracie. She is subbing for us right now, and she's doing phenomenal, filling Zeta's shoes.
Gracie did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
100%.
especially saw the influence coming through on Pearl.
Yeah. No, Gracie's very good. She does do this thing sometimes where if she's staring at an angle for too long, she will ADS and then like un-ADS and then ADS and just continuously loop that.
We have like 2 maps of practice.
She pulls out the teddy bear and she just squeezes the teddy bear.
We saw that. We did see that at one point. Alex was swapping.
You gotta take care of some of your stress when it happens.
That's funny.
Totally not an attention span thing.
What? No.
I mean,
it couldn't be.
Me when I catch myself blinking really aggressively.
Bro, that Pearl game, I was watching A main so hard, I was like, I had to like wipe my eyes, dude.
Yeah, I feel that. I'll sometimes fall asleep on angles.
The colors just start to blur together.
The textures started to blend into each other.
I mean, on Pearl, you guys had a really passive play style on your defense half, just waiting for TOTS to move into you to create opportunities to make a play. Was that what was the theory on that?
We were just waiting for them to make mistakes.
Great reactive on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean with the Euro Neon, fast rotate's never going to be out of the question, so I understand that.
Yeah, pretty much just wait for them to make mistakes. I'm pretty much chilling in the secret area. So if they go A, I'm fairly safe. I can get out. Manuel's on A if he needs to get out. TP. Everyone else can fend for themselves.
All right. Well, congratulations on y'all's win tonight. We will see you on Sunday for whatever player or whatever team you end up going against, which, in my opinion, it's probably going to be SLR, but we'll see. Y'all ready for that rematch?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Well, good luck to both of those teams, and good luck to you on Sunday. We'll hopefully be seeing that rematch. But thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to go kick you off now so that we can go ahead and finish up this stream. Thank you for joining.
Congratulations.
Later.
All right. And that was Gut Truck coming out from GRAN, who was a player that actually didn't start off on the roster. He ended up getting put in partway through the season. So it's cool to see him having so much success.
Yeah, I mean it from what we saw and from what we just heard, it sounds like it's a really solid fit.
Absolutely. But that's about all we have tonight. Thank you for everyone who came out tonight. And we will be going ahead and getting ready for stream tomorrow Check out SLR versus Nerd, which will be the final lower quarterfinals map, to see who will be taking on GRAN on Sunday. So I hope y'all enjoyed the stream tonight, and well, everyone have a great night.